Hello everyone and welcome back to my new video. You are watching Sports Within Sports. Now let's get into the video. Sports have a way of bringing people together in incredible ways. We all stay glued to the screens in anticipation of what's to come. We gather with friends and family to enjoy the entertainment that can only be generated by watching a live event with no definitive outcome in sight. These are the moments we all cherish, and while for the most part we have a sense of what we could see on take place, every so often we will get a chance to witness history unfold in front of our eyes. These are the types of moments we will wait for. The unpredictability of the game and the rise and fall of some of the best athletes the world has ever seen. Some of these moments became great simply due to their near impossible nature, while others had impacts that went even beyond the game itself, influencing various global and cultural factors. In any case, every event that has made it onto this list is far and away greater than the norm and has earned its spot on the top of 21 moments in the history of sports. The Shot by Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan hit many game-winning shots over the course of his amazing career, but none were bigger than what has since been named The Shot. It was the deciding Game 5 of the opening round in the 1989 Eastern Conference, back when the first round was a best-of-5 series. With just 3 seconds left on the clock, Chicago was trailing the Cleveland Cavaliers 100-99. What would happen next would ignite the birth of a legend. MJ took the inbound pass, split the defenders toward the free throw line, and hung in the air long enough for a third Cavalier to pass by. The shot went through the net as the buzzer went off, crushing the championship hopes of Cleveland fans. The big old Super Bowl. This game had it all. Prior to the game between the New England Patriots and the Atlanta Falcons, most people viewed the Patriots as big favorites, but the Falcons came out strong, dominating the game to a 28-3 lead. But Tom Brady had different plans, engineering the greatest comeback on the Super Bowl stage, winning the game 34-28 in overtime. It ended up as the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history and also was the first Super Bowl to ever go to overtime. Brady ended up securing his 5th Super Bowl ring, becoming the first quarterback to achieve the feat. Let's just make a point to say that the Atlanta Falcons have still never recovered from that. The Rumble in the Jungle. Muhammad Ali was known for speaking his mind and taking up a storm, but he also typically backed up all the talk inside the ring. The Rumble in the Jungle refers to a fight between Ali and undefeated world heavyweight champion George Foreman, which took place on October 30th, 1974. Ali, who was 32 years old at the time, proved his worth by way of an 8th round knockout victory, reclaiming the title from Foreman. This match received lots of attention globally and had a full crowd of roughly 60,000 spectators in attendance. LeBron James brings an NBA title to Cleveland. This was a great moment. James is one of the best athletes to ever play any sport. His greatness is still being unveiled to the world. A Cleveland native in his childhood, James has always vowed to bring a championship to his hometown during his career. But things don't always go as smoothly as he would expect. In the summer of 2016, James and the Cavs faced the seemingly insurmountable task of a 3-1 series deficit. But behind several legendary performances by the King, the Cavs came back and stole the title in an incredible Game 7 for the ages, becoming the first team to ever come back from a 3-1 hole in NBA Finals history. James helped to bring the city of Cleveland its first championship in 52 years in any sport. The 1988 NBA Slam Dunk Contest. While this was not an actual game, it was nevertheless a monumental event in the history of the NBA as well as Michael Jordan's career. MJ took the world by storm, going head-to-head with Dominique Wilkins in an unforgettable battle for the dunking crown. Jordan created an iconic moment when he took off for a dunk from the free throw line. The dunk so elegantly demonstrated his incredible hang time that ultimately inspired the symbolic figure of the Jordan posters and his brand's logo. The shot heard around the world. In October of 1951, the Brooklyn Dodgers and the New York Giants faced off in a 3-game playoff to decide the National League pennant. In the 9th inning of the decisive Game 3, with the Giants down 4-2, Bobby Thomson was up to bat. Thomson was able to hit a 3-run home run, which won the game, series, and pennant for the Giants. It was also the first ever nationally televised game in baseball history. What a time to get the cameras rolling for a game like this. Next, we have the catch. Perhaps the biggest moment in the career of legendary quarterback Joe Montana, the catch was further enhanced by the magnitude of the moment. In the 1981 NFC Championship game, the San Francisco 49ers were trailing the Dallas Cowboys by a score of 27-21. It was then that Montana showed his greatness, driving the team down the field to set up the catch. With 58 seconds left in the game, San Fran was facing a 3rd down on the Cowboys' 6-yard line. Montana snapped the ball and eventually was able to find wide receiver Dwight Clark in the back of the end zone, who made a leaping catch to help the 49ers take a 28-27 lead. Little did they know that this would end up being one of the most memorable moments in NFL history. Next up, we have what we call the Hand of God. In the 1986 World Cup semifinals, Argentina faced off against the England national team. This game would end up seeing Diego Maradona score 2 of the most famous goals in the history of the game. The first was dubbed the Hand of God due to the fact that Maradona actually scored the goal with his hand and the referee did not see the illegal play. The second goal symbolizes the greatness of Maradona as he slammed down the field past half of the England defenders and then fooled the goalkeeper before kicking the ball into the net. Now this is a big one. This is the fight of the century. Arguably the most iconic moment in boxing history, the fight of the century refers to the first meeting between Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali. The fight took place on March 7, 1971 at MSG in New York. After Ali had been banned from the sport for his refusal to join the military, Frazier became a rising force. When they met on this day, the two were both undefeated heavyweight champions, but something had to give. At the end of a grueling 15 rounds, Frazier won the fight with a unanimous decision. The fight between the two boxers was later replicated 2 more times, with Ali winning each of them. Last but certainly not least when it comes to this guy, Michael Jordan's last shot. It's only fitting that MJ's last shot as a member of the Chicago Bulls would have such a big effect in the history of the game. In Game 6 of the 1998 NBA Finals, Jordan and the Bulls were on the road in Utah trying to cap off their second three-peat of the decade. With under 19 seconds remaining, Jordan stole the ball from Karl Malone, and on the following possession, the magic happened. MJ drove right past Byron Russell and crossed over back to the left, where he pulled up and drained the game-winning 2-point jump shot with just 5.2 seconds left on the clock. It was a brilliant moment that capped off the era of the 1990s Bulls dynasty. This is all for today, folks. If you enjoyed this video, then leave a like, and if you're new, then don't forget to subscribe. Stay tuned for the future updates, and see you in the next video.